Hey everyone, Karen Richardson here, and I finished up my art journal that I kept through most of the summer, June and July. Finished it up yesterday, and most of it this month were static collages. I spent a lot of time playing around with different kinds of collages. But after meeting with one of my craft groups on Monday, where we made cards similar to artist trading cards. I came home with these cards and I thought, and I also looked through someone else's journal and she had pockets and clusters and all sorts of interesting 3D things that I had done for a while but not done recently. And so I used a tutorial from Cindy A. Lewis. I'll obviously link it. For some easy junk journal pockets, and this was her first one. I just used a piece of music paper. You fold it in and then fold it up and do some extra folds, so you end up with 3 nice pockets. I glued mine in so that then I also had a side pocket. And then these are some of the cards. Well, these are the cards we made. As you may know, I'm a fan of mushrooms, and so one of my friends who was at the craft group pushed some different mushrooms my way, and then I had some quotes I had cut out. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Everything has beauty, including mushrooms. So that just tucks right back in there. Here in the bottom, again, some cards. This one has a little vellum pocket on it, and then you can pull this tag out by the butterfly, and this is a stamped butterfly, and then I cut it out. Take care. This is on some of my handmade paper. I've been trying to incorporate some of the paper I made into my crafting. And then you turn it over, and again, handmade paper, and I just cut out a really simple flower and put a button on it. This goes in the front pocket. You see another one of the stamped butterflies right there. These little floral designs, again, cut out. I used a punch that I have, but this is my handmade paper. Same thing for the little butterflies. Here's another one. I loved this. This graphic actually came from a family album that I inherited. It's falling apart, but some relative of mine, maybe 2 generations past, kept all their little calling cards and some very cool Victorian looking Christmas cards and advertisements as well. So I made copies of them and then cut them out. I loved this lady. She went along with some of the paper I have. The tag itself is just a piece of heavy duty watercolor paper and then collaged with some music paper I have. You can see the music here too. Again, another little vellum pocket that I created over top of the music paper, and another one of the little calling cards. Similar idea. This was an advertisement that I cut out. And then memories warm you up from the inside. So lots of kind of memories here from the past. And then that tucks in here. This is another little stamp that I did just to decorate and then cut it out. It's watercolor paper with saran wrap over top of it to give it some texture. These are all just really easy techniques, and at some point you put them all together or find someone. I don't think my things are quite as intricate as some of the other ones that I see, but I like them. This is a cluster that I put together. One of my friends at the craft group had some really interesting clusters. This one's pretty simple, handmade paper, and then just a couple different layers, and let yourself rest. And then the last one, and I think this one's my favorite, I used a tag from Traditional Medicinal Teas. A garden is a delight to the eye and a solace to the for the soul, by Sadi. Again, a stamp on that watercolor paper, and then just some fancy paper I had. My homemade paper, and yeah, just fun. And then it tucks right back in. Oh, and the other thing I'm trying to do more of is including stitching. And so this is, again, something else this friend of mine does at the craft group. So, it's embroidery floss, and then I just stitch these together rather than gluing them together or stapling them together. So there you go. That's my interactive piece. I'm very pleased with it. It uses a lot of things I've created and then combined together, and I'm hoping to do more of this in the future. I'm starting up my next art journal even as we speak.